What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. Oh my God, I had to share this with you guys. I read this article. It's from USA Today. And the author of it, his name is Rex Hupke. But I thought this was so accurate. I just had to share it with you guys because I really find it funny as we are now in the midst of the first ever person who has ever served as president of the United States that has over 90 some odd indictments that is currently now about to go up on his first trial, where they're right now swearing in jurors for this trial for hush money payments that he paid during the time he was running for president the first time. Right now, not at this very moment, but he has been to his supporters, his faithful followers, letting them know that what he's going through, it's for them. And if they can do this to me, they can do this to everyone. And I just find it so funny, disgusting at the same time, and hypocritical, because we know that this person has benefited from a lot of the privileges that a lot of people have not been able to enjoy and experience in this country and be able to live the type of life and lifestyle that he has been able to live. And now he's trying to make himself out to be a martyr. And it's as if he is a modern day Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Nelson Mandela, which he actually referenced himself as being like, and trying to compare himself to Nelson Mandela. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking. He compared himself to Nelson Mandela. Just disgusting. But I wanted to read this article with you guys because I really feel that this is just so accurate when it comes to the ridiculousness of how he is trying to equate the trials and the charges that he is up against and trying to equate it to the everyday person as if he's being persecuted for their rights. So let me go ahead and just read this to you guys. So it starts out, I would like to personally thank President Donald Trump for having the guts to sit in a Manhattan courtroom and stand up for my God-given right to face allegations that I slept with an adult film star and then paid her off in order to win an election. Like most Americans, I have an ever-present fear that I will one day become embroiled in a hush money scandal involving an actress featured in the classic 2002 film Trailer Trash Nurses 6. So I was both humbled and relieved to see Trump post this on social media before his trial began Monday morning. Quote, when I walk into that courtroom, I know I will have the love of 200 million Americans behind me, and I will be, in all caps, fighting for the freedom of 325 million Americans. End quote. And the article continues, damn right. My president is out there fighting for my freedom in the event I ever face a 34-count felony indictment charging me with scheming to benefit my presidential campaign by burying allegations of lurid sexual affairs. That could theoretically happen to me at any time. So I thank the Lord that Donald Trump is willing to take the slings and arrows of the liberal law followers who might attempt to hold me accountable for something, quote, illegal. So the article continues. As Trump arrived at court Monday, he said, I'm very proud to be here. This is an assault on our country. Amen. It's an assault. I, for one, do not want to live in a nation that allows a wealthy, high-profile man of the people who owns a number of golf resorts to face consequences for anything. Why? It's simple. I believe in the American dream, and my American dream is that I will become a wealthy owner of golf resorts who runs in circles that include adult film actresses and then eventually gets accused of paying off one of those adult film actresses to salvage my political career. If and when that happens, I'll be darned if I'm going to want to face any consequences. Trump knows this about me and my fellow MAGA loyalists. We aren't him, but we believe we might become him. And if him is getting put in prison, that's very bad for we. Anything bad for we is utterly unacceptable because we, like him, are both deeply religious and care only about ourselves. Back in February, Trump told Fox News, quote, "Anytime I get indicted, it's an honor because I'm doing it for you." I can't thank him enough for that. As I gazed at Monday's news coverage of his first day in court, I felt such gratitude that he was willing to sit there and reportedly nod off at times while allowing himself to be tried on falsifying business records in an effort to illegally influence the 2016 presidential election. I knew right then that should I ever be accused of falsifying business records in an effort to illegally influence a presidential election, Trump will have come before me, my shield and my armor. I wonder if he could introduce me to some adult film stars. And that's the end of the article. And I thought that it really summed this up so perfectly, but unfortunately, a lot of the people that follow this dude, they are so blind. They literally have cataracts too. And their eardrums are busted to what they hear and what they see when it comes to this guy because he is not them. The majority of his hardcore, diehard supporters are people, like I've said before, that are not even close to being in his tax bracket and unfortunately probably in their lifetime never will be close to it. Let's just be real. A lot of those people, they work at companies and work for jobs where they're in unions that he's against. They're protesting in front of the Mar-a-Lago resort that they can't afford a membership to ever cross the threshold of. And it's just really sad and despicable, but this is why race even exists. If people are really tuned into what race is really all about, and I'm not talking about the race for presidency, but I'm talking about races when it comes to ethnicities, all of that stuff was created to divide and conquer. And if people were really awake, and I know that a lot of them have turned the word woke into something terrible, which is so stupid because all woke means is that you're not asleep to what's really going on. So if you want to be asleep, then go ahead, but don't turn woke into something that is a terrible situation and a terrible thing. And it's just people that are gay or transgender or whatever, they've turned the term into something that it really is not. But I digress. I just thought that this article was perfectly summed up to paint the picture of him saying the stupid things that he says about he is being persecuted for the people and he is being wrongfully accused of all of these things because they're trying to tear a good black man down. And yeah, I said that because honestly, that's just as ridiculous as it comes. It's so stupid, because he's been comparing himself to Nelson Mandela. Far from it. But I'm going to put the link to the article if you would like to read it yourself so that you will know that I did not just make this up. It indeed is a real article, was written by a real author. And I believe that this person is just someone that has common sense. They're not a liberal or a Democrat or a Biden hack or whatever people try to come up with to try to make it seem like anyone that has eyes to see and ears to hear and knows that this man is nothing but a mass marketer who only cares about himself, they can see the forest for the trees. So anyway, guys, you can let me know your thoughts respectfully in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.